I got 2 headstones that are broken off. Hopefully it wasn't done by anybody who sees this video and decides to go out to a cemetery. Doesn't matter if you're checking out a war memorial, doesn't matter if the place is haunted or not. Whenever you go to a cemetery, you show the utmost respect. You do not bring trash with you, do not leave trash behind, you do not walk on top of all the graves. Try to show the utmost respect to these folks. Walk in between the graves, do not walk on the headstones, do not desecrate the property, the graves. Just use your brain and show the utmost respect.
How old are you?
We do not allow you to follow us home. But I can't say it's paranormal. I need 100% proof. I just heard footsteps back there in the hallway. If you want us to leave, turn it back on and we'll go ahead and leave. I'm close by where he was murdered. It didn't work. I could swear I heard something. Ooh, got something right there. But let me be the first to say this. Faking paranormal activity is not a style nor a form of investigating the paranormal. BACKROAD Hauntings TV are not debunking any other channels or that channel's content. The opinions made by BACKROAD Hauntings TV are strictly our opinion, and we do not speak on behalf of others. I have made it very clear on several occasions I enjoy other channels, whether they are for entertainment and or educational purposes. The purpose of BACKROAD Hauntings TV reaction videos are meant to be educational for viewers and even other channels involved or thinking of getting involved into the paranormal field. Some of the videos shown may be startling to some viewers. Viewer discretion is advised. What's up, everyone? Thank you for joining us on another video from BACKROAD Hauntings TV. I'm John Sanders, and welcome to our first reaction video. If you're new here, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button right down there in the bottom right hand corner, and don't forget, tap that bell. Also, smash that like button because it does help. Thank you. You are appreciated. Well, this reaction video is not the way I wanted to start our reaction videos, but it is something that needs to be said and addressed. I bet you guys are wondering why I showed you the clip I did at the beginning of this video. Well, I showed you one of our previous investigations that I did at a cemetery last year. I don't investigate cemeteries that much at all, and there's a reason behind it. When you send the message out that it's okay to investigate cemeteries, do some ghost hunting in cemeteries, well, you're sending a message out there to especially the younger investigators that it's okay to trespass. It's okay to put your hands and touch things that aren't yours, that are on graves. It's okay to walk wherever you want. That's not the case, because it's not okay. It's not okay to trespass. It's not okay to act like a 3-year-old and start touching things that are not yours. It's not okay to do that. And most importantly, it's not okay at any point in time in your life to ever disrespect the dead. Ever. Okay? With that being said, recently a YouTuber had decided to go ahead and investigate a cemetery. YouTuber Al Capone. Well, let's go ahead and show his video real quick. Let's just show the part that I want to focus on. Let's go ahead and show it. Check it out.
So these are above ground crypts, right? I'll go this way so that we're not right on top of each other. Sounds good, sounds good. Just holla if you need me. Alright guys, these are above ground crypts. And I think you could actually go inside one of these. Oh. I just heard a voice. Are you a spirit trying to communicate right now? You could actually like see into these. Look. You need to like redo these. Look at that. Oh. Whoa! Whoa! This just fell over. Oh. Did you just hear laughter? I heard something laugh. I just heard kids laughing.
So there it is. So I guess what I want to say about it is this. One, it did not fall down on its own. I don't believe that one bit. I believe that whether he accidentally or forcefully, whatever, fake, real, whatever the situation may be, I'm not here to debunk him as an investigator, as a paranormal entertainer, or, you know, whatever. I'm not here to do that. I'm here to talk about what happened. What it looked like to me was that it was pretty obvious he put his fingers between the entry point of the crypt and the door to the crypt, and when you do that, you separate it. That's common knowledge, it's common sense. It's gonna fall down. It fell down, and he played it off like, oh, it fell on its own, I didn't touch it, kind of crap, you know. And that's not the case. Now, I'm going to be as respectful and kind as I possibly can, but I'm also going to be straightforward with you, Al Capone. This is directly to you. You have a lot to learn when it comes to ghost investigating, and if you really want to be a ghost hunter, a paranormal investigator, if you really truly want to be that, you definitely have a lot to learn. If you just want to be a paranormal entertainer, kind of like what Dustin and Lisa from South Cac said, you know, if you want to be that, then you still have a lot to learn. Either way, you do not, under any circumstances, go to a cemetery acting like a 3-year-old and putting your hands all over things that are not yours. When you walk into a cemetery, it's like I said in the clip that I played at the beginning of this video, you show the utmost respect. Alright, you don't go walking on the graves, you don't go walking on the headstones, you don't desecrate the grounds, you don't touch other things that are other people's belongings. You don't do that. And it's like Dustin said from their video, and if you guys haven't seen their video, check it out. I'll put a link to their video below. Go show them some love, because they kind of show you guys the difference between a paranormal entertainer and a paranormal investigator. And I'm not going to get into the aspects of what I think the difference is. Everybody who supports me, everybody who knows me, knows where I stand on all that. But when you go to a cemetery and you start acting like a 3-year-old, you lose a lot of respect from real paranormal investigators. And the reason why is because us real paranormal investigators, us that take the time to do the research, take the time to go out there and bust our butt investigating, going through hours on end of evidence to review and audio and video and all that, we know the #1 priority when investigating the dead is showing the utmost respect to the dead. That's it. There was another part in your video that bothered me. You had addressed your viewers, and you said that I've had a lot of people ask me how to get into ghost hunting, and you told them to find a cemetery close to them. Get a K2 meter, their cell phone, that's all they need. Find a cemetery close to them. Google it, see the history on it, find out if it's haunted, because you know everything on Google is 100% facts. And then go to the cemetery and investigate. I'm going to tell everyone right now, do not go to a cemetery and investigate, especially for your first time. Don't do that. All right? The cemetery is a place where it's supposed to be a place of rest. It's supposed to be resting in peace there. When you get a bunch of people going to the cemetery, you're not allowing the dead to rest. Okay? And not only that, most cemeteries are not as haunted as other people think. And when you investigate the cemetery and you put it out there, you send a wrong message to a lot of younger people who think it's cool to go in there and sneak in there, trespass after it gets dark, and leave trash everywhere, vandalize the grounds and whatnot. It's just not okay. It's a wrong message to send. I don't agree with it. But Al, you have a lot to learn, okay? But I think you're able to come out of this. I really do. With that being said, that's all I got to say on that subject. Next up, we're going to talk about Really Haunted. Really Haunted is a YouTube channel that a lot of you probably already know about. This guy claims that his place where him and his family live and reside is truly haunted. And there's some clips that I would say are, you know, really interesting clips, interesting evidence. But now I'm not going to say whether I think it's real or fake. I'm not going to do that. What I want to do is show you some things that are examples of keeping an open mind about when you watch paranormal channels, when you watch paranormal videos, paranormal shows that claim to be real. I want you there's a few things you need to watch for to, you know, keep an open mind about it. Not everything you see is real, but then again, just because everything can be faked, like I said in my last video, just because everything can be faked doesn't mean it is. When it comes to the channel Really Haunted, I question a few things because there are certain cuts that are made that just seem out of place. And what I mean by cuts is when you're editing a video and you stop it and then you start another scene, it's supposed to be another scene, that's a cut. And though a lot of channels, when they make cuts, when you're changing scenes up, they're obvious cuts. But when you see a cut that's in a scene that shouldn't have been cut, then you start scratching your head like, why did they make that cut? But then there's things like what I'm getting ready to show you. Things that you could tell some masking was done. And I'm not saying that's what's in this case, but I question why an object was thrown on to a pillow, disappeared for a few seconds, and then all of a sudden reappeared on that pillow. I find it strange. But I want to show you a first clip that I can't really explain yet. But like I said, there's some clips of I'm Really Haunted that I find is really interesting, and there's some that kind of have me scratching my head like, what were they thinking? But let's check them out real quick.
Hi guys, so this is another typical video of things going on in the house with activity up and downstairs. One of the breakfast bar stools slides along the floor, then the sandal in front of the wall fire flies into the air. It almost looks like it hits the ceiling with its trajectory. In the bedroom, a can on Stacey's side of the bed goes flying and it goes with some force. It's like a bullet. Then something is thrown on the bed, which was on the dressing table. I don't think it was trying to hurt me, because it seems tame compared to the can. Anyway, please let me know what you think, guys.
So you can see in the first clip, you can see the wife's hair is pulled. You can see kind of like the black shadow coming up on the wall on the left side, on her side of the bed. You can see her hair is pulled, and you know it looks like a really interesting paranormal clip. It really does. It's unexplainable. Though static cams are always, you know, questionable, but it doesn't mean that, you know, you can't capture real paranormal evidence on it. It's just what it means, questionable. What it means is it's easier to fake things, though I don't know if they faked anything in this clip. But the second clip, where you see an object being thrown straight across the bed onto the pillow, and after it hits the pillow, it disappears for just a few seconds, and then it reappears flat on the pillow. Now, is that a glitch in the static cam and the DVR system, or was that an editing error? And if it was an editing error, then you got to ask yourself, why was that part being edited? You know, if the object was thrown and it was paranormal activity, it was a ghost doing it, spirit doing it, why would you do any editing in that part? I mean, it shows him laying there the whole time, arm hanging over, you know. So those are the things those are the reasons why people should always be open-minded when you're watching paranormal videos. Yes, everything you see out there, every type of evidence you've ever seen in your entire life can be faked. It doesn't mean that it is, though. But at the same time, you have to be able to use common sense and have an open mind when you're watching things. All right, if you start seeing edits and cuts and stuff like that where there really shouldn't be any cuts, and you got to scratch your head. You got to start asking yourself questions like, what am I really watching here? And then when you see things like an object being thrown, all of a sudden the object disappears out of scene for a few seconds and all of a sudden reappears. Well, okay. Again, now I had an object disappear in one of my videos. It's actually what I was called that I faked on, but that wasn't the case. There was no paranormal evidence revolved around that object or anything. In this case, there was. So it's just I want. It's my way of showing everybody this is why you got to have an open mind. All right, not everything you see is real. Not everything you see is faked. Just be open-minded about it and use your common sense. Everybody's got common sense. Use it. Though I know watching the world today, it's kind of hard to believe that everybody's got common sense. But they do. Use it. All right? That's it for today, guys. I appreciate you watching. Thank you. I really do appreciate all the support. And like I said, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button right down there in the bottom right hand corner. And don't forget, if you haven't already, smash that like button. I'll see you guys on the next one. Much love and respect, y'all. Stay humble.